What we've done is we've brought our program into Kinetis Design Studio inside the debug window. Now if you notice over here, before we start running our program, the red, green, and blue LEDs are all on. When we run it, first thing we're going to see is those lights go out because it's done in init LEDs. Now the way the program works, and this is what you're going to see in the Cloud Compiler, is we push this button, the red light comes on, push this button, the red light goes out, push this button, the green light goes on, push this button, the green light goes out. If we turn on the green and the red at the same time, it's kind of an orangey color, so we can turn these back off, and that's basically what you're going to see in the Cloud Compiler. But let's take a look a little bit more in depth about what's going on. So let's restart everything. Let's do a step into, so it actually goes into the init LEDs code. Now right now it's going to do the red LED equals 1. So I'm going to do step over. And notice when I do step over, it's turned to a cyan color. And if I do step over again, when it turns off the green LED, it's now blue. And we go here one more time, we can see that indeed it's completely shut off everything. But what we can see over here, and let's take a closer look, we have things that are directly manipulating the LED, and that happens, this is a data direction register here, and the red and the green are connected up to this particular bit here. If I make this a 4, you can see that when I hit the enter key, the blue comes on. If I back up one and make this a 2, the red comes on. If I back up one and make this a 0, it's sort of a purple where both are on, and if I make it a 6, both of these lights are off. And that's how it works right at the hardware level. So let's reset again one more time. And if we do step into, and then step into again with this, we're going to see some other things happening in our variable section over here. And let's continue on with step into. Step into. And notice what we have here is GPIO addresses. So if we open this up, we're going to see that some of our addresses are set to these particular values. And we can open this up a little bit more and see even more details about what each of these is. So this gives us the ability to look right down at the very bottom level of all this and see how things work. Now at any point we can do step return, and return up a level, return up a level, return up a level, until we're back into this screen here, where we can then do step over and debug it as we would normally do. Now when it finally gets back up to here, it's waiting for the right push button. So if I hold that down and I push step over, it's going to go down into this code, and I'm going to continually hold it, or step over, and when I do step over again, it's going to wait until I take my finger off to go on to the next line. You can actually troubleshoot this program at a number of levels. You can bit flip over here to change your LEDs. You can look at the big picture. You can take a look at various registers that we've got here. As you're going through this, you've got the ability to check everything right down to the hardware register level.